Morningside University have harvested corn that was grown and managed by the university's agriculture students.
Yeah, so they did have a goal. That goal to teach the ins and outs about managing the different parts of the harvest. And so this is a story they continue to follow along with because they want to know how to manage farmland and how to do it correctly. KTV's Connor Trent spent the morning at the farm and shares the story.
It's Harvest Day at Morningside University. This is the first year students have had the opportunity to go through a full year of planning, planting, managing, and harvesting the 80 acres of field purchased by Morningside University.
It's pretty cool being one of the first couple classes to do it. Like, people are going to look back on this and be like, oh, you know, these are the guys that started it. They're the ones that kind of saw it all the way through and got to where it is now. So it's pretty cool seeing that and knowing that I was a part of it.
Chad Herbelbrock with Central Valley Ag worked with the farm's previous landowner and is now working to transition the university to managing the land.
My role in this was like I work with all my other farmers that I work with. I give my recommendation, and it's up to them to decide what they want to take. And do they take everything I say to heart? They have their own ideas of how they want to see this managed, and so they're able to draw from different parts of the industry and other people to decide how they actually want to go out here. So they really had the control of it this year.
To go from plans on paper to corn in the combine, it takes a team of students with different skill sets from pest management, crop production, soil fertility, and many other classes in the school's ag department, all working under the capstone students.
Now, this isn't done in a typical classroom setting. This is done in the real world, and students have to make and live with real world decisions. At the end of the year-long process, they get to reap the fruits of their labor.
Well, it's pretty exciting. They get the opportunity to actually see what worked and what didn't. You know, when you put all these students' minds together and you have them all come up with different ideas and they have to negotiate those things and come to final decisions, you're going to get a pretty good decision at the end of the day.
And working to get a good yield in a year with challenging weather like they experienced this year will certainly add to the real-world learning.
So anytime that there's challenges, it's a learning opportunity, especially for these kids to see. We had some hail come through that took us back some yield. Not everything in farming and everything in life comes out the way that we plan on going back when we're making the decisions back in January for this farm.
In Sioux City, Connor Trent, KTIV News 4.
And this year, the students managed 13 of the 80 acres of land. Dr. Paulson says he hopes by next year the students will take over the full 80 acres.